do you think of the game? I'm about to get to that as soon as the credits start. Oh, is this what Luigi's been working on this entire time? A parade, man? Come on. Alright. Credits have arrived. Alrighty, yeah, that's Paper Mario Conquered, and yeah, I did not write down my thoughts for this game. Primarily because when I'm thinking about this game, I feel like all of my thoughts are fairly condensed into a few short things. First thing, I enjoyed playing this game. I think it's a mighty fine, little Mario RPG experience. I really like the mechanics. I like the battle system. I like how simplistic it is. I also like how few numbers, in terms of like how many numbers or how big the numbers are. I like that aspect of it a lot. It's really, really cool to play a game where you're not doing 50,000 damage, and instead, you're doing 1 damage, 2 damage. It may seem less exciting, like on the surface, but I think it's way more interesting to me to move around with such low values and try to, exploit the best advantages that you can. So I enjoyed that aspect of it a great deal, and it's one of my favorite aspects of this game. I think where the game falters, for my own personal taste, is just the story and the writing. Mario games typically don't ever have stories worth talking about, essentially. And ultimately, I would say that this game does not have a story worth talking about. It's very much a Mario story, and it could have been more interesting. I also think that I think the word that I want to use is maturity level of this game is probably lower than what I would prefer for, a game that I would like to play. I guess I feel like the game is definitely written for kids, and it doesn't necessarily resonate with me the way that is. Outside of that aspect, though, I liked pretty much everything else about the game. I like the customizability of the badges. I like how you can do so many interesting things with the badges. I'm pretty sure that people out there probably weren't rocking the same build that I was, which was, I'm gonna have Mario just tank everything and just cast Focus and Smooch, while my other party members just do all the damage. Maybe some other people out there did that, and maybe my particular approach was not as ideal or not as optimized as it could have been, but it was incredibly effective for me towards the later half of the game, where I could abuse Goombario. Sadly, I couldn't do that for Bowser, but we're working on it. Or I worked on it. Something. I eventually got past it after he healed for 90 freaking HP. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all that I've got. I guess I did enjoy several of the characters. I didn't necessarily enjoy Parakarry. He just didn't seem very good. He didn't seem like an interesting character. The controller turned off. Yeah, I wasn't really excited about him, but Bao was cool because she did 6 damage. Cooper was cool because he had the first AoE attack that I got access to. Bombette was cool because she just did big damage to people with AoE abilities. I'm gonna start forgetting characters. Watt was really good because Watt could bypass defense, and so that was incredibly useful. Sushi I wasn't really that much of a fan of. Sushi wasn't all that special, and her ability outside of combat just was more obnoxious than anything else. Locky Larry, or whatever his name is, I found him very useful outside of combat, not so much in combat. I probably could have worked a little bit harder to see, what he's all about. I probably could have abused some of his abilities more, and things would have been pretty great. But basically, just zooming across the stages and things like that with him was enjoyable. Locky Lester, I think his name was. And I probably am forgetting one character. Maybe Goombario, who was the carry for basically this entire run, so that was cool. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all that I got to say about Paper Mario. If the developer is watching, I enjoyed the game. I'm not necessarily gravitating, or I didn't gravitate towards the story or the way that the game was written, but at the end of the day, I'm very much a gameplay first person. So if your gameplay is good, your story could be non-existent for all that I care. As long as the gameplay is there, then I'm willing to stick it out to the very end. And that's exactly what I did for Paper Mario. For Thousand Year Door, I'm definitely looking forward to the maturity level of the story to increase a little bit, but I understand it's a Mario game, so I would imagine that all of the Paper Mario games are going to be childish in nature to a large degree, but we'll see. I've seen some comments in chat of people saying that Thousand Year Door is a little bit darker in tone, I guess. So if that's the case, then I might enjoy that particular story a great deal more than this one. But yeah, I think that's all that I got. I look forward to playing Thousand Year Door when I get around to it. Should be fun. And I guess the end. Wrap this up. Press the buttons. Sometimes you just never know. Like, am I supposed to press buttons? Am I supposed to wait? Am I supposed to reset my console? This is the N64 days. Okay, we got a little bit of change there. Still pressing buttons and nothing is happening. Alright, well, not that I needed to save my progress or anything like that, this is on the Wii U. Also, you found the stream you mentioned of Mike Shinoda sampling the Final Fantasy Prelude. It's pretty cool. It's nice how he takes suggestions from viewers. Yeah. That guy's streams are awesome. Alrighty. Then, yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for Paper Mario. And that's gonna wrap it up for this particular thought. So I'm just gonna mark this right here, and we're gonna be done. So, yeah, peace.